Welcome back. A weekend anti-vaccine protest by truck drivers in Canada has spilled over into Monday and is getting a strong reaction from the government. The truckers don't like the vaccine mandate for crossing the US-Canadian border. They've blocked roads across the Canadian capital and are causing gridlock at some border crossings.
This convoy is all about freedom. It's not only with the truck drivers, it's actually for every single person. You, me, buddy down the road, it doesn't matter. It's all about your free choice. That's what it should be. Like I said, if you're vaccinated, cool. You did it. Well, most people did it because of work, but you know, you should do it off of free will, off of your own choice.
Well, the protests have come under fire for more than just the traffic problems they're creating. Vulgar and racist signs have been seen on some trucks, and some of the protesters have been accused of vandalism. Well, our Paula Newton is following the protests and the reaction from Ottawa and joins us now live. Good to have you with us, Paula. So these protesters have now essentially imposed their own lockdown, creating gridlock in the city.
Yeah, Lynda, look, the residents in downtown Ottawa are just fed up. And the reason is that this protest is now in day 3. People say they feel like prisoners in their own homes. You have hundreds of cars and rigs lined up, city block after city block. Lynda, you know, the mall has closed in downtown Ottawa. The irony is a lot of the lockdown restrictions are supposed to be lifted today in Ottawa. Restaurants are again open to dine in. And yet in the downtown core, most businesses haven't opened for fear of security issues. Now, as you just pointed out, you know, this started as a truckers' protest, a freedom convoy against vaccine mandates. But it did, Lynda, strike a nerve with a significant minority of Canadians who say they are just absolutely fed up with the health restrictions. I have to, though, point out the other side of this, which is a great irony, Lynda. You know, more than 90% of eligible adult Canadians are fully vaccinated. This is a country that took up the vaccine and for most cases have been compliant with health measures without complaining. This is all straining a lot of nerves, and right now police are wondering when and how they can move along this protest without causing any confrontations.
Yeah, it certainly must be causing a lot of headache, as you say, for those business owners who surprisingly were meant to be able to open up completely today. So just give us a sense of the reaction from the Prime Minister, from city officials. What are they saying?
Yeah, it's been quite stern. I mean, we spoke with the mayor, Jim Watson, here in Ottawa earlier today. He's just fed up. He's saying, look, we protect your right to protest, but at the end of the day, enough is enough. This is really hurting our residents. And again, pointed out that, you know, one of the acts of harassment was at a soup kitchen. Some of the protesters allegedly were trying to take food. And all of these events are really showing the ugly underbelly to a small minority of the protesters here. But I want you to listen now to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who incidentally, Lynda, is in isolation. He and at least 2 of his children have now tested positive for COVID-19. They all say they're feeling fine. And Trudeau here addresses the protesters. Take a listen.
There is no place in our country for threats, violence, or hatred. So to those responsible for this behavior, it needs to stop.
You know, he's saying that, look, we will not be intimidated no matter how many times, you know, you tell us that you won't budge unless these mandates are dropped. So this is really setting up for quite a standoff. I have to tell you, the truckers' protests say that they have raised in excess of $6 million US here in Canada. That is a significant political movement. They say they have enough money for fuel and food for a long time, and they are hunkering down.
Wow, that is quite incredible. All right, we will continue to stay on this story. Paula Newton, good to have you with us from Ottawa.